Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. My name is BDF44, coming at you with another video. I've been making videos all day long, so if you're sick of my face, too bad, because I'm having fun. Anyway, no, to be very honest with you guys, I'm very thankful that you clicked on my video, and I got some good stuff to talk about. One of them being the Philadelphia 76ers have made a trade. That trade was Al Horford to the Thunder for Danny Green's contract. And attached with Al Horford, Philadelphia will be sending a first-round pick, don't know what year, and a second-round pick, don't know what year. Normally, I would be like, what kind of hefty price did they just pay? You know, for Danny Green. Like, that's what the mind says initially. But you see so many of these trades, you understand exactly what they are. It's salary, though. Philadelphia is creating space. And the Thunder were only willing to take on Al Horford's contract if there was picks attached to him, because of course, as we all know, the Thunder are hoarding picks. I told you about this a year ago. I told you about this last night. The Thunder are where the picks are going to be from here on out. They have taken the Boston Celtic mantra and have run with it, and they're doing a great job of it. I think at this point they probably have about, I think it was 16 last night, so they should be at 18 picks or something like that. They are hoarding them. And they're going to flip them probably within the next couple years, in my opinion, for something big. My expectation is that they're going to try to get first-round picks, big-time star youngsters over the next 2 years. So whoever the first pick in the draft is next year, I'd imagine they're going to try to package some of those picks, try to get that guy. The guy following next year, there's a young player coming in that everybody's excited about. The following year, they're going to try to probably get that dude too. That's what I think the Thunder are going to try to do. Because what they are really good at is taking superstar talent and developing them into that very thing, and superstar potential players rather, and turn them into superstars. They've done it a couple times with some of the best players we've seen in Westbrook and Durant and James Harden, and I think they're going to have an opportunity to do that again because of the circumstances that they're creating for themselves right now. So we'll see. Sam Presti's doing a great job. As far as what happens to Al Horford, what I'd imagine he gets bought out. I don't think he plays a single game for the Thunder, but they do have a couple pieces on the Thunder that can make it so that they have a competitive basketball team, but they're not going to probably win more than 35 games at the very most. So, yeah, there's that. And Danny Green gets to go to another team that's capable of winning a championship. Obviously, Danny Green's a lucky charm at this point. Toronto won a ring with him. We won a ring with him. Obviously, he had run in San Antonio. And now Philadelphia has an opportunity to see if they can keep that thing going with him as their lucky charm, you know. But the thing about Philadelphia is they don't take a whole lot of crap from too many players. If you start doing some of the stuff that he did when we weren't happy with him, you thought the Laker fans were getting on you bad, man. You ain't never seen nothing like Philly about to hit you with. They booed Santa Claus and Beyonce, brother. They gonna boo Danny Green, and they gonna make him feel very uncomfortable if he's not scoring the ball like he's supposed to. So, yeah, he had some things to say about Laker fans in regards to some of us who were critical of him. Listen, it magnifies like nothing you've ever seen when you get to Philly. So anyway, there's that. The New York Knicks also made a trade. They traded the 24th pick. No, they traded the 27th pick and I believe the 38th pick in this draft. I think that's what they did. For the 24th pick. So they had the 27th pick and they traded down. And in order to do that, they attached another pick to that. Asinine decision. Absolutely and utterly ridiculous. There's not a whole lot of difference between whatever's at 24 and whatever's at 27. This was not conventional wisdom. Now, if they're trying to dump salary for something that I don't see, there could be a method to this madness. But if I know the Knicks, chances are they're going to reach for someone that they could have gotten at 27. And also with the Knicks' luck, 38 is going to probably turn out to be a steal in the draft somehow. So the Knicks are being Knicks. Nothing to see here. They're just continuing to make decisions that we can't see any future for. So there's that. And of course, the draft is about an hour away. Very excited about it, as I always am. I've been leaning toward changing my picks as the hours progress. I think more and more about where guys could go, and my mind just continues to change. So as I think of things, I just turn on the recorder and let it rip. So at this point, I got nothing. Looking forward to more trades probably taking place. Oh, and one more thing. The Milwaukee Buck trade that has Bojan Bogdanovic coming to Milwaukee in exchange for DiVincenzo and a bunch of other guys that are attached to that trade. that trade looks like it's going to be in jeopardy because from what I've read, Bojan Bogdanovic never ever signed off on a sign and trade deal. They assumed he would have signed off on a sign and trade deal and went through with the process of trading him without that agreement. It could all blow up. So I don't know what that means for Milwaukee or Sacramento. Bojan is a free agent. So if he didn't agree to go to Milwaukee, then there's no trading him to Milwaukee. So that's the end of that. So we'll see what happens with that. If I'm Bojan, I wouldn't mind going to Milwaukee though. Worst case scenario, Giannis leaves and you have a huge role. You know, and you're playing with Drew Holiday. I mean, you're leaving Sacramento. It's not like you're in a better situation. If anything, it's just a lateral move at worst. At worst. Now, if you're a free agent, you have opportunities to go everywhere you want to go. Obviously, you're going to pick the place you want to be. He can think of better places he'd rather be than Milwaukee. So we'll see what happens with that. I wouldn't mind having him ourselves here. I also heard something about the Lakers considering trading Kyle Kuzma to New York. I do not know what we would receive, but being that New York is New York, I wouldn't be surprised if it's their very best pick in this draft, because they, again, make decisions that aren't really conventional, and that's me being very kind. So we'll see what we can get for Kuz. I don't want anything on that roster unless it's R.J. Barrett, to be honest with you, or Mitchell Robinson. Those are the only two players I want on that roster. And I would be hesitant to trade Kuzma for Barrett. I don't know if that makes us better at all. I don't think it does. But for Mitchell Robinson, I would be very happy if we were to acquire Mitchell Robinson. And I would laugh at the Knicks very, very hard for trading away one of the best shot blockers in the world. So there's that. And also somebody who has probably the best field goal percentage in the world right now. I think that's what's going on here. I think I read something that he had some ridiculous stat that I didn't expect him to have. It was like the best field goal percentage ever last year, or some crazy shit like that. Because he's dunking everything. So, yeah, there's that. So I don't know what the Lakers are going to do. If they offer us their very best pick, which is, 9 or something like that, whatever the Knicks have, I take it, I smile, and I say goodbye to Kyle Kuzma. I don't think twice about that. And what I likely do is flip that pick for something I really, really want. That's what I do. I don't really take that pick. I don't care about this draft like that as it pertains to us bringing in youngsters. No, we still need to be winning now. And if we're going to get back, let's just say hypothetically they do that ridiculously stupid thing and give us their very best pick for Kyle Kuzma, I'm immediately taking that pick and I'm sending it to maybe, well, you know, I don't want to speculate about that because I want to give some thought to that. But obviously DeMar DeRozan was already in play. Maybe we can put ourselves in a position to get him for that pick. Hell, maybe the Knicks should look to trade that pick to San Antonio for DeMar DeRozan. I mean, if they're going to trade that pick, don't do it for Kuzma. Please don't be that stupid, you guys. And I like Kuzma. Obviously, he's our guy. Just won a championship with him, but his value is not of the 8th pick in the draft. It's just not there, or whatever the Knicks have. So, yeah, wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do Kevin Knox. Wouldn't do Nick Ntilikina. Wouldn't do their shooting guard. They got a couple players on their team that I think they're going to be all right, but I don't think they have better upside than Kuzma at this point. So, yeah, the only guy I'd really want on that roster is Mitchell Robinson, if I'm being real. If I'm going to try to trade Kuzma. And even then, I'm going to want them to give me a little more than that. If you're going to give me Mitchell Robinson, you're going to take Kuzma, maybe take something else that maybe creates some salary for me. I don't know. I'll get creative and we'll figure it out. But the point is, I just want a little bit more off the top there. Because I don't, even though I think Mitchell Robinson's a better player than Kyle Kuzma, Mitchell Robinson hasn't won any championship Kyle Kuzma has, and I'm charging you for that. So that's how I'm looking at it. So yeah, that's what I got, man. My name is BDF44. Thank you guys for watching. I'm almost certain I have more to say, so I'll just turn it back on when I do. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.